Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has drawn significant criticism after proposing to expand the number of permanent members on the United Nations Security Council. In a move that has sparked debate about the UK's standing on the global stage, Starmer's plan includes adding permanent representatives from Africa, Brazil, India, Japan, and Germany, effectively doubling the Council's current permanent membership, which includes China, France, Russia, the UK, and the US. During a lecture at the Bingham Centre for the Rule of Law, the Attorney General, Lord Hermer, outlined the UK's strategy to advocate for a reformed Security Council that truly represents the global community. This proposal echoes initiatives by former Foreign Secretary James Cleverly to increase the Council's membership, aiming to reflect a more globally inclusive perspective. However, the initiative has faced harsh criticism from political opponents, including former Tory leader Sir Ian Duncan Smith, who has labelled the expansion a dramatic weakening of the UK's foreign policy. Duncan Smith argues that this reform could enhance the influence of China and Russia, countries that have been increasing their economic and security ties with potential new council members. He pointed out the growing relationships between China and regions such as India and Africa, as well as Russia's burgeoning security partnerships across Africa. Adding to the critique, former Defence Secretary Grant Shapps condemned the move as a reduction of Britain's influence on the international stage, suggesting a pattern following the controversial decision to transfer sovereignty of the Chagos Islands to Mauritius. When Sir Keir Starmer told us he'd bring change, he failed to mention it would involve shrinking Britain's global responsibilities, Shapps stated, emphasising a perceived erosion of UK's international authority. Despite the backlash, Labour officials have defended the proposal, highlighting that similar expansion ideas were previously supported by members of the current opposition, including Mr. Cleverly. A source close to the current Foreign Secretary, David Lammy, remarked on the inconsistency in the criticisms, noting that opponents like Shapps had supported similar policies when in government. The debate over UN Security Council reform is not new. Former UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan had advocated for an increase in permanent members as part of his 2005 Enlarger Freedom report, suggesting two models to accommodate new members. However, these proposals stalled due to disagreements over which countries should be added and how. As discussions continue, the controversy highlights the complex balance between global representation and national interests, with significant implications for international diplomacy and the UK's role on the world stage.